So next we're going to take a look at how to set up our UR series Cobot and make it configurable with Visible. So in order to do this, you will have your UR series Cobot within reach of you now. And we'll start by navigating to the Teach pendant. So once the UR Cobot has been powered on and you look at the Teach pendant, this will be the main page that you will see. Note that for this example I will be using an emulator, but all the steps will be identical to your setup here. So in order to do this, we must first power on the robot itself. We navigate to the bottom left corner and we click Power Off. From here, we will launch into the Initialize menu so we can turn on the robot. So first we'll go to the On button and click it. And the robot goes into the active state with a yellow button. From here we just click Start. The brakes will release and the robot will launch into normal mode. Note that this may take a number of minutes to complete, but this will vary on the user. So from here we can now click Exit and we can get started. In order to start this, we will click Run a Program and we will launch into the main Run tab of our user interface. From here we will go to the Load Program and we will open up the files that we are using. Now in your case you may have the USB plugged into the side of it, in which case you would navigate to Backup and you would click on the file from there. But again, in my case, I have it launched right into the directory itself, so I can proceed from here. You elect the URP file you're using. In my case, I do not have a gripper attached to the Cobot, so I will click nogripper.urp. I click this, I click Open, I click OK, and the file is now launched and ready to be used. So in order to proceed, I will just verify that the network settings are correct. I will go to the hamburger button up here on the right hand side. Then I'll navigate to Settings. From here, I go to System and Network. So while in Network, you will enable the static IP address and ensure that it is the same as what I have on screen here, 192.168.8.201, and the rest of these can be left to default. Once you elect Apply, it will fix and the network is connected, and you can now exit. From here, I will launch the script. So I go down to the play button at the bottom, click on it, and say play robot from beginning. You will now launch the beginning initializing sequence in order for the robot to connect, so it is waiting for a connection. We can now go back to Visible and continue with this process. So now that we would like to proceed with the next step, we must ensure first that we have the correct IP address configured for this PC or the PC that you will be using with this application. So in order to ensure this, we will go to the bottom bar and we will type in Control Panel and hit Search. From here, we will go to Network and Sharing Center. Within here, we go to Change Adapter Settings and you will be given a number of networks to choose from. So this will be the network you're looking to connect your UR to. Now in my case, it will be the VirtualBox host only network, but again, in your case, it could be the Ethernet or possibly Ethernet 3. This will change based on your application. So in my case, I will go to the VirtualBox host only network, right click on it and click Properties. The Properties tab will launch, and from here I will go down the list to the Internet Protocol version 4. I will left click it once and Properties, and I will ensure that my IP address is set to 192.168.8.248 and the subnet mask can be set to the default. Once this is complete, you will click OK and close the tab. Next, we can go back into Visible and we can confirm that the settings are correct to connect to our UR Cobot. So in order to do this, we open up Visible and we navigate to Settings and we drop down into Further Settings. From here, we navigate to the Robot tab and within here we select our UR robot from the drop down menu. So within here, we have all these various parameters we can configure, but in order to do the connections correctly, we just need the robot IP address. Recall this is the IP address that we placed into our Teach pendant at the beginning. So once this is set up correctly, you just type it in, you will hit Save, and the app will reinitialize. You click Yes, Visible launches, This will not appear for you. This is just because I have the VIDI dongle disconnected from my PC. So I will click OK, and the robot will proceed to connect to Visible. This process may take a number of moments. And once it is complete, the tab will disappear and Visible will proceed as normal. So from here, we just want to verify that the hardware is connected correctly. We navigate to Settings and check Hardware Connections. And as you can see, the robot has the green traffic light and the word Connected next to it, ensuring that it is all collected and ready to go. So from here now we can navigate and we can control our robot as normal.